Another one of those so-called satellites crashed on a backyard, this time in the United States. As always, this one was also attached to a balloon. When will people realize that there are no satellites in space? They are all high-altitude balloons, as they have been since the 1950s. Here you see some photographs taken with a Nikon P1000. NASA is the #1 consumer of helium in the whole entire world. NASA used sandkill teams back in the 1950s when retrieving these balloons. Nobody was supposed to see these balloons, and these kill teams were given permission to shoot dead. Anyone who witnessed these crashes, research whistleblower Robert Bassano. He also exposed Hubble and Sophia as being a modified Boeing 747. There is a firmament above us. No one leaves Earth.
Some people say that radio waves travel indefinitely because they want to claim that there was a telephone call from the Earth to the Moon. Yeah, and I searched, and NASA says that radio waves have a range of from 1 millimeter to 100 kilometers maximum. Okay, so these people who defend NASA so much should check what NASA says. Okay, because definitely we didn't have a phone call from the Earth through radio waves to the Moon, which doesn't have a radio station to throw the signal back, by the way, you know. So it's impossible. Even with a giant station that can get to the Moon, how did the radio waves get back? Number one. And the Moon is way more far. It's farther than 100 kilometers. So I say they lied to us. And there's a NASA information link in Google for you to check, since you love Google and since you love NASA anyway.
All right, 2 major deceptions for a spinning sphere Earth. First of all, evolution. Second of all, aliens. So, 1500s, Copernicus and Newton developed a system called the sphere spinning ball Earth, took away the flat Earth model, and when they did so, it paved the way for evolution. They put the sun at the center of the universe instead of the Earth being the center of God's creation. When they did this, it paved the way for Charles Darwin and evolution. People stopped trusting the Bible, and they started trusting science, falsely called science. And second thing is aliens. So when you have the Bible, you have the first heaven is where the birds fly, second heaven is where the sun, moon, and stars are, in the firmament, third heaven is where God sits on a throne, right next to his sun, right above the circle of the earth, and the earth is like a footstool. And a footstool has legs, and an earth has pillars. Kind of interesting how God uses all these things in the Bible to point to us truth. And so, the alien invasion, the aliens, all these movies, the Pope, he pushes aliens. The President, they all push aliens. You would not have aliens, you do not have extraterrestrial life if you have a biblical flat earth model, because everything is below the firmament, the second heaven. And God is right above that. God is not in another dimension. He is not 8 billion light years away. The universe is not always expanding. He is right above us. He sees everything that we do. So in that system, there's no room for aliens. There's no room for a potential alien invasion. That's why I think there's a deception. There's a huge deception coming in our future where supposedly maybe some aliens will come down and help humanity in some way. And people will start trusting the aliens instead of trusting in God. 2 dangers: evolution and aliens, when you believe the sphere spinning ball Earth instead of the flat Earth that the Bible talks about. Thanks.
Hey Siri, what's Earth's curvature per mile?
Here's an answer from worldatlas.com. The Earth curves at about 8 inches for every mile squared. For more, say open this on iPhone.
Right. Why is 8 inches per mile squared on the side of a globe? Like, why would they print it on the side of the globe if it was proper? Yeah, they do. I'm actually looking at a picture of one right now.
Show it.
Let's look at my screen and let's see. Let me pull this up. Share screen. Boom. And this here. This is printed on the side of a globe.
Can
curvature of Earth, surface.
Zoom in more?
Sure.
Oh, very nice.
And
the
that's
curvature
on the side of
the surface. Yep. All right.
And that
and
being
there's
on the
actually
side
a
of a globe.
picture of it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Interesting. Interesting, yes. That's interesting. A 24,901-mile ball has the convexity of approximately 8 inches per mile squared. Earth does not.
I will never change. Never, ever.
It blows my mind how in 2023 you all still believe that the Earth is round. And before you think I'm crazy, just hear me out. So if we were to get a helicopter and float it in the sky for 12 hours, why will it always land in the exact same spot that it left? But this doesn't make sense because it should land on the complete opposite side of the Earth because it's a 24-hour cycle. It should be rotating underneath it. You know what model this would make sense on? Before you all say it's the atmosphere that moves it, which it isn't, because if that were the case, then planes going a certain way would be way slow and planes going the other way would be way faster, against the rotation or not. Even Albert Einstein said the Earth is a motionless plane. This is why even though we're spinning and rotating the sun and moving through space at 1,000,000 miles an hour or whatever, that stars still always stay in the same spot like polar is. This is why you all need to stop trusting anything NASA says.
Aliens are the final card. I'm quoting Wernher von Braun, founder of NASA, former Nazi space scientist, absorbed by the US after World War II. The same guy that wrote a fictional novel about a boy who colonized Mars, and his name happened to be Elon Musk. And this book was written 50 years ago. If the same guy who was able to predict Elon Musk, basically create rockets and space travel, told one of his closest associates before he died that aliens would be their last card. What he means by that is that when we see aliens and we have to build counter defense systems to aid us against the impending alien attack, that's how you know that that is their last card they can play before the Messiah comes to redeem us all. His words, not mine. We all need to get our hearts right, our minds right, and focus on what really matters in this world. Our relationship with the Creator and with His Son, Yahushua HaMashiach. Blessings on you guys, and I hope you stay safe and stay aware.
A flat earther and a glober sat on a beach, and the flat earther said, "Look at this sun. It's almost like you can touch it. It seems local." And the glober then said, "No, man, watch this boat as it goes further away and sails over the horizon. See, look, it's gone." The flat earther said, "Wait a minute. Here, take my binoculars. Look." And to the glober's surprise, the boat in fact did not sail over the curve. The flat earther then directed the glober's attention back to the sun, and he says, "See, doesn't it look local now that you've seen that there's no curve?" Then the glober says, "The earth is just far too big to where you can never see a curve." The flat earther then questioned him as he was stacking his rocks. He said, "Didn't you just ask me to watch a boat go over the curve? So 5 minutes ago, you believed there was a visible curve that you could see boats go over. Then when I handed you the binoculars, then you said, oh, there's no curve because it's just far too big to ever notice one." Didn't our teachers tell us in school that that's how you knew the earth was a globe? Because you could watch boats go over the horizon? By the way, how am I stacking these rocks if the earth is spinning and moving at insane speeds? And then the glober replied, "Refraction!"
Show me a working model of a flat Earth, you stupid fluffer.
Here's a working model of a flat geocentric topographical plane. Now show me a working model of your corkscrewing impossible. You can't because it's so ridiculous that it simply doesn't work. Your senses are not lying to you. It's the sun, moon, and stars that are in motion, exactly as they appear to be. To believe otherwise is exactly that, a belief. By believing in such a cosmology, you're denying your own experience and intelligence. You're looking at a cosmology that matches your observable, testable reality. So, by believing the opposite, you're literally being willfully ignorant. Flat Earth is rooted in the scientific method, and the globe Earth is rooted in scientific theory. Therefore, Flat Earth stands on proven facts, and the globe Earth just spins in your imagination.
The density nearly twice that of iron. In fact, due to the density ratios, the iron actually floats better than wood does in water.
Push it under.
Let's push it down. Oh, it's hard to push down. Oh, that's great. Here, let's try it again from the other side. Okay, here we go. Push down. It bobs up like a cork.
NASA's at it again. NASA will fire 3 rockets at the Ring of Fire solar eclipse this weekend. Ooh. The rockets will go about 50 miles up. Huh, that's interesting. Remember that Encyclopedia Britannica from 1958 that got banned because it said that there's a dome about 50 some miles up? Huh, is that why they're going 50 miles up? Because that's as far as they can go? And these rockets are going to go up into the ionosphere, which is where the air becomes electric. Huh. That's interesting because a lot of flat earthers say that the firmament, dome, the vault of stars above us, which circles above us in a clockwise manner, which makes sense, they say that it actually moves due to electromagnetism. Huh. By golly, I gotta put my spectacles on for this one, because am I reading this right? Okay, if you think of the ionosphere as a pond with some gentle ripples on it, the eclipse is like a motorboat that suddenly rips through the water. It creates a wake immediately underneath and behind it, and then the water level momentarily goes up and rushes back in. Oh my gosh! The Bible, the Word of God, literally says there is water above us and below us. Why would there be water in outer space? Unless outer space is a lie. Ooh, are you moving right now? I'm not moving right now. Are you moving? You feel like you're moving? You might want to see a doctor. I mean, I'm not a professional. But Psalm 104:5, he set the earth on its foundations, never to be moved. Are you hearing that, lukewarms? Lukewarms. You're not in space, lukewarms. Lukewarms, you're under God's firmament. Lukewarms, you gotta read the Bible literally, okay? Come on, lukewarms. The sun and the moon, they're lights. Genesis 1:16, God made 2 great lights, the greater light to govern the day, and the lesser light to govern the night. He also made the stars. Where in there does he say that he made an earth and made a ball and he spun it and tilted it and put it around outer space with a dusty rock circling around it too, and made it all go around the sun? Nowhere. Don't say it, truth be told. Don't say it, don't say it. I'm gonna go there. Sun and moon are the same size, shape, and they perfectly eclipse. They are perfect discs of light. They're not spheres, but they have the lying wonder placed upon them to give the illusion that they are in outer space. Ooh, does the Bible support this? Yeah, it does. Here we go. This is from my homie Paul when he wrote his letter to Ephesus. Ephesians 6:12, for our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, authorities, powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. Yeah, guys, up there is some wickedness in the sky. So if the moon has never made sense, why you can see directly through it, and why it never actually spins, it's always that same image, well, there you go. There's rulers, powers, and authorities in the heavenly realms, and they're quite wicked. You all know that I think we live in the season of Satan, which is Revelation 20, verse 7. We've done that in a video before. But did you know the book of Enoch says, in chapter 80, it says, for in the times of the sinners, the moon shall alter her order, she'll alter her appearance. There you have it. There were no craters in ancient art depictions of the moon, but the moon suddenly had a lying wonder of craters placed upon it so as to deceive. And furthermore, in the book of Enoch, chapter 80, gotta get the glasses on, chapter 80, verse 7, and the whole order of the stars shall be concealed from the sinners, and the thoughts of those on the earth shall err concerning them. Oh my goodness, it predicted that the thoughts of mankind would err in how they perceive the sun, moon, and stars. Hello, NASA. I see you. They are at the forefront of this error. But why would God allow the things in our sky to be such a deception? I thought God was supposed to be good. Oh, he is. Remember that God came here in the flesh and took on the sins of the world, conquering death for us, all who believe, made righteous, born again, and then, eternal life. But let's read this Bible verse too. 2 Thessalonians 2, 9 through 12, the coming of the lawless one will be in accordance with how Satan works. He will use all sorts of displays of power through signs and wonders that serve the lie. In all the ways that wickedness deceives those who are perishing, they perish because they refuse to love the truth, Jesus Christ, and so be saved. For this reason, God sends a powerful delusion so that they will believe the lie, and so that all will be condemned who have not believed the truth but had delighted in wickedness. Guys, this has given you an idea of how God's heart works. Yeah, I know that verse doesn't say anything about the sun, moon, and stars, but that verse does tell you that if you do not accept Jesus Christ, then he will allow a strong delusion to take place. That doesn't mean that flat earth, globe earth is a salvation issue, but my golly, friends, globe earth is a slippery slope into atheism. It's a slippery slope into the Big Bang, evolution, and other things that serve that lie. I'm talking to you, lukewarms. So yeah, this weekend, enjoy seeing several rockets go straight up, then out, and then back down again, so they avoid hitting the dome. They better be leaving God's firmament alone. I don't like this. I don't like it one bit. And I'm sorry if I had to get a little hard on you, lukewarms. Like I said, once you wake up, you won't be lukewarm for Christ no more. You'll be all in. And if you're having a little bit of a difficult time perceiving what the sun and the moon are after I made this video, think of them as rainbows. You can't get to them. You can't land on them. But they're wholly spiritual and amazing. Side note, anyone ever look at a double rainbow? How the colors are literally the flipped version of each other? It's almost like God is showing you that above us is not only a dome, but a mirrored refractive type surface. Interesting. Huh. That's a whole nother can of worms. Happy thinking. So this weekend you might get lucky enough to see a rocket like this SpaceX rocket skimming on the waters above. You don't think we live in the season of Satan? You're probably right.
This coward took the time to create an account just to attack me because of the flat earth. Just imagine the time someone spends to create an account and then look at the size of messages he took the time to write. I have lived rent-free on his mind. On the other hand, I didn't even read his messages. I don't have time for that. I am a very busy man. Like a coward, he threw a stone and ran away, blocking my responses. That shows how desperate globe-tards are for having their ball earth fantasy taken away from them. The ball earth cannot stand on its own. It needs big tech companies to censor flat earth videos. And globe-tards like this coward to flag our videos. Thanks, globe-tard, for letting flat earth banjo live rent-free in your mind for a whole week. Visit my store now and grab an item. Buy the new enhanced Gleason's flat earth map, linked to my store on my profile. Thanks for watching.